way to Myrtle Beach because I had to put some miles on the bike, and we just stopped at McLeod Farms because I need something to eat. All right, so this isn't probably the best place to reveal the bike I'll be riding to Milwaukee. It's not the most cinematic, but we're actually out here on the road trying to get some miles on this bike so it can get its 1K service before the trip. This is a 2024 Road Glide. This is the bike I'll be riding to Milwaukee's Harley-Davidson Homecoming. This bike belongs to Speedway Harley-Davidson. I work at Speedway Harley-Davidson, and I bring you all of this content that you're seeing on my channel as well as Speedway Harley-Davidson's channel. So let's go over the bike real quick. Again, it's a 2024 Road Glide. We're going to be running the demo seat. This is a Sundowner seat that you're actually able to demo at Speedway Harley-Davidson if you want to see what the Sundowner seat feels like before you actually go out and buy one. They have this one, they have the reach seat, and they also have the long leg seat as well as some other options that you can actually demo. So right now we're down here in Myrtle Beach putting some miles on this bike. It had 100 miles when I first took it, and now it's right at 400. We're about to head back to Charlotte, and then tomorrow I'll go put some more miles on it to get it as close to 1K miles as I possibly can so they can do the service before I leave on Monday the 22nd. And again, if you're in the Concord area on the 22nd, come by and say what's up to me and Tiffany Renee. See us off on the road. This is going to be a journey I've never done before. I'm excited as well as overwhelmed, but I think it's going to be a good trip. I think we're going to have a good time. But let's get on the road so we can head back to Charlotte so we get there before it gets dark. All right, Miss Ryda is now on the back of the bike. Let's crank her up so we can head back. So since I've put about, let's see, we're going to try to cut in front of them if they'll let me. Is there anything else coming? Yep, Mercedes. Ooh. I can feel all the sweat starting to happen because it's 91 degrees. At least that's what the bike says, but it's hotter than that. Y'all like my song? So can I give y'all my, let's say, 300-mile review, since I've done about 300 miles on this bike over the last 2 days, which might not seem like a lot to y'all, but by the end of today, we'll be closer to that 600-mile mark. So yeah, that's a little bit. Just a little bit. My initial impressions is I've ridden the bike so far with I put 100 miles on it with the stock seat, and I put 200 on here with the Sundowner. The stock seat isn't bad. It's actually surprisingly comfortable, a lot more comfortable than the previous generation Road Glide. So if you do pick up one of these, there's not like as big of a rush to swap out your stock seat because it's really not that bad. The Sundowner seat is definitely more comfortable than the stock seat, but it kind of pushes you up a little bit higher and a little bit more forward, so you will catch a little bit more wind. But if you're going to have a passenger at all, you 100% need the Sundowner seat because it's got a lot more real estate for your passenger's butt. And Miss Ryda loves that seat. She would not have ridden this far with me on like a stock seat, I don't think, because she wouldn't have had all that booty plush, like that squishy stuff that helps keep her buns comfortable. So that's one thing. So if you're thinking about getting this bike and having passenger on here all the time, get you a Sundowner seat, especially if you plan on doing some serious miles. But if you're just going to be riding around, it's going to be just you'll be perfectly fine with the stock seat. The way the bike rides, it feels so much different than the previous generation. I know some people are like, I don't know if it's worth the upgrade. I've ridden both, and I put not a ton of miles on the previous generation, but I put a little bit of miles on those, and I put a ton on this one. It's a noticeable difference, and I feel like it's definitely worth the upgrade just because of how much lighter this bike feels. It feels a lot more sporty, it feels more nimble, and it feels a lot more road worthy than the previous generation. Like, it's just a better riding experience altogether. You got a beautiful display, as you can see right there. I got the Apple CarPlay running right now, and it's actually, my phone's not even connected to the bike. It's completely wireless. It took me a little bit to figure that out, how to get it to work, but I got it working now. It's a little funny how you got to do it, especially when you cut the bike off and cut it back on. You got to reconnect, and that's not necessarily fun, but it's worth it for you to have your Apple CarPlay, and it works great, and the screen looks beautiful. Let's try to jump in front of this car. Not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it. Oh Lord, we're taking chances, people. The bike actually is set up pretty good from stock, I'll be completely honest. The handlebars aren't bad. They're in a great place for you to have a comfortable ride. I mean, I literally felt no pain this entire ride here to Myrtle Beach, but the heat, that was the only pain and suffering that I felt. This 97, 95, 98 degree weather that's extremely humid, that's feeling like 110 degrees. That's the only suffering that I really felt. But let's try to get out of this traffic so we could be making some moves and get moving a little bit better. Look what we found on our way back, a Buc-ee's. So you know I had to stop. We're gonna run in here and I gotta grab some of these Buc-ee nuts. I don't know if that's what they call it, but it's not literally the squirrel's nuts or whatever Buc-ee is, but I want some Buc-ee nuts. Ain't nothing wrong with that, is it? We gotta get to the front to go get these Buc-ee nuts. I swear this other car better not fucking take that spot. Motherfucker, you stupid. I told you they was about to take it. So I got me some Buc-ee nuts, a water, and some cookies. Now it's time to get back on the bike, keep it moving. All right, so we are heading out of Buc-ee's. It looked like it's gonna be a late evening, people. The sun is starting to set. We are still, I'd say, if you're looking at the GPS, don't pay attention to that. I got that scheduled to go straight to Darlington because I wanted to try to take a picture in front of the Darlington Raceway. But we're about a good 2 hours outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. So keep your seats in an upright position. Put your table trays back. And enjoy the ride that you're not about to see. At least I got my Buc-ee nuts, though. We all got to be happy about that. So it looks like the camera is completely about to die, but I got to get some pictures here at the Darlington Raceway. Let's crank the bike up and head out of here. There are a ton of gnats over here. So I hope some of y'all can come out to see us off on our way up to Milwaukee. I would love to meet some of y'all, but yeah, this is the bike I will be riding. I'll be giving quite a few videos while I have access to this motorcycle to give y'all my overall impressions and a long-term review of this bike. But the camera is literally about to die. So is the sun. It's about to go away. So we are about to crush some miles. We got 1 hour and 40 minutes until we make it to the house. Deuces, I love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.